stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Set, ready. Now the wolf. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. That's great. Lucky.
On first down, Lewis. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Lewis. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Short. Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Here's Lewis to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Check. 40's Mike. They're not ready for this, man.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he's going to throw deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Lewis on third down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT and didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Haskins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Buying time to his left. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Haskins will throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Third down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, watch number 5. Watch number 5. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Armin. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Zip it. 50, Mike 50. Come on.
Now Lewis. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. D, tighten up. Mike 50. Too little, cut. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Lewis. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Jim.
2nd and 6. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Lewis now throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they look at
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Back to throw. Lewis.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Check 43. Kill. Henry. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
In your face.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now Lewis operating from the gun. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Equanimous St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll go with Hill here on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
We got 3. We got 3.
To throw is Lewis. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch. Hey, drop. 50. Let's get the ball. 50's the mark.
From the gun, Lewis. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is down at the 48. The other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Mike's 50. Rip left. Mike 50. I'm coming. That's it.
Looking to throw. Lewis looking deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lewis operating from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lewis. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hustle, hustle. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Lewis from the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
87 feet.
Lewis now operating from the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st
Good work,
and 10
boys. Let's go.
at their
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Mike, go. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Logo, Mike 55. I want that.
Looking to throw. Lewis. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Now Lewis throwing on third and long. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. To throw is Lewis. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ready up. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And an alley to run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, Let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lewis. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's Lewis. Gonna throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lewis operating from the gun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the...
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Lewis now throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone they can create.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Now it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
First down, New York.
Now Haskins on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing on first down. Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Haskins. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken about the 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the edge.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
You ain't going nowhere.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
50, minus 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. Rock. Sweat. Orbit.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Lewis. On 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing is Lewis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 50. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Here's Lewis throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Go. I got you, son. No. Off. Hey, 50.
Lewis throwing on 4th down, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Jets are going to win this football game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Mike 50.
17.
Check me out. Mike's 50. Yeah. Hey, man up, D. Mike's 50. Army. Hey, no, look at
Lewis now on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You ain't got nothing. Mike's 50. Watch the run. Squeeze. That's baby shot.
Now Lewis to throw again. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
I got 83. Trips. Hey, check. Mike 50. Watch the slats. Watch the hill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shoot up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lewis And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part